Hi, everybody. Welcome back from spring break, e-learning style. Hopefully you guys had a great week and it was very restful. I know that I missed you guys so much. I know I haven't seen you in person, but I still love checking in with you guys every day and talking to you every day. Thanks to everyone that reached out to me, especially when Drake dropped his new song on Friday. Yes, I was very excited and I probably listed about 100 times. So welcome back. Today we're looking at transformations basics just to kind of get us back in the swing of things. And you're also going to need this lesson for tomorrow. Tomorrow's lesson is something very, very new. So the lesson for today is kind of building up your knowledge to make sure that you're prepped for tomorrow. A few things. Number one, obviously, hope you guys had a wonderful week off. Please feel free to send me any pictures of what you did or just message me and tell me what you did because I would love that. As you can see, here's little Ruffy's and she misses you guys. As e-learning continues, if you guys need anything, you need help organizing your assignments, you're struggling, please reach out and let us know. Your 8-1 teachers are here for you. They love you and we care about you more than anything. And last thing, math specific, there's no problem solving this week. I know you guys have done PS 1, 2, 3, and 4. We won't do it this week because this week's a little bit weird, but next week we will. Please remember you guys don't have school on Thursday because we have trainings that day, and then also on Friday because it's a holiday. All right, so your goals for today. You want to, number one, identify the 4 quadrants on the coordinate plane. That should actually be a review. And if it's not, then you're scaring me. Number 2, you want to be able to look at a transformation that occurs and identify if it's a translation, a reflection, or a rotation. The rotations are the new part. That's what we're going to look at today. And then the last thing, you want to be able to identify a pre-image and an image, which again, that should be pretty easy, hopefully a review for you. So let's get started. All right, when we're looking at a coordinate plane, we remember, especially back from 6th grade, that you can identify the quadrants by number. These are Roman numerals, but this is the way that you'll have to identify the different quadrants. You might want to take out your phone really quick and snap a picture of this, or just quickly sketch it down because you'll need it for your assignment. So this is quadrant 1 right here, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. Okay, so this might be a good idea to sketch it down. So if I had an image in here, this would be quadrant 2. If I had an image right here, this would be quadrant 4. When we're looking at transformations, oftentimes our images might move to different quadrants, so it's helpful for us to be able to identify them. Okay, let's get started. This was the first transformation that we learned about. When we're talking about translations, we are talking about a slide. Okay, so we know that this is our pre-image in purple because it's just ABC, and then this is our image because it has A prime, B prime, and C prime. This is in blue. It slid from my purple to my blue. Because it slid, that's a translation. Here are 2 more examples as well. So if I was looking at this image here and I was like, well, what kind of transformation occurred? Obviously, you know it's a slide because it just shifted over. Okay, it didn't flip around, it didn't rotate, didn't get bigger, smaller. So it is just a slide. This guy here is also just a slide or a translation. We know that this is our pre-image, our QP, and this is our image because it has a prime. It literally just slid over. It didn't turn around, didn't flip over. So that is a translation. All right, moving over, again, this should still be review. When we're talking about reflections, we're talking about flipping an image over a line of symmetry. So this guy, this is in black, this is our pre-image because the letters don't have the prime, and it flips over to this guy here, which is our image. Because it flipped, that makes it a reflection, and it actually flipped over the y-axis. Okay, you can tell it just flipped right over. 2 more reflections for you, just to kind of show you and remind you. Again, if I showed this to you on a screen and I said, well, what transformation occurred? You can tell that from your blue to your red, it flipped over. Because it flipped, it's a reflection. And same thing with this guy over here. You can tell that your 2 triangles flipped because they flipped, okay, and they didn't turn around, they didn't slide. Because they flipped, a reflection occurred. All right, here is where we kind of get into the new part, and this is going to be our focus for tomorrow. We are talking about rotations. Rotations mean to turn. If you rotate something, it's turning it. Okay, if you rotated your car, you're turning it. If you rotate your body, you're turning your body. So when we think rotations, we think turn. This guy is our pre-image, and then you can tell that it turns over to your image here, and you can tell it's XYZ prime. Let's look at a few more turns. If I showed you this image and I said, well, what kind of transformation occurred? You can tell it's a rotation because it didn't just slide down, it didn't flip, it turned and it's oriented differently. This guy as well. So you can tell that your triangle, it didn't just slide, okay? It didn't just flip, it rotated because it's oriented different, okay? Your triangle isn't facing the same way, now it has turned. So let's practice a few. When I show you a transformation, you think in your head, all right, this is a translation, a reflection, or a rotation. So let's get started. Okay, looking at this guy here, if I asked you to identify the transformation, go through the three in your head. So did it translate? Did it just slide? No, it didn't, because you can tell it flipped over. As soon as you see in your head or you hear yourself saying, no, it flipped, flip is a reflection. So from blue to red, it reflected, it flipped over. So that's a reflection. This guy over here with this awkward green blob, if I'm looking from here to here, okay, and watch kind of like my highlighter, from here to here, it stayed in the exact same position, it just slid up. Because it slid, that is a translation. Okay, two more. If I was asking you what transformation occurred here, it didn't slide, it didn't flip over, it turned. Because it turned, that's a rotation. Okay, now it's supposed to show up over here. So because it turned, that's a rotation. And last one, from here to here, I can tell that it's flipping upside down, and because it's flipping, that would be a reflection. And more specifically, because it flipped over this line, we know that that's an x-axis, okay? So it was a reflection over the x-axis. All right, so your homework for today, for Monday, is the Transformations Basics quizzes for 620 that's linked in your e-learning folder. Please, 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 please use your first and last name so that I can see that it's you and I can give you points. All you're going to be doing on the quizzes is then identifying like, all right, this image is in quadrant 1, this is in quadrant 2, this was a translation, this is a reflection. It is going to prep you for tomorrow's lesson. So I think that that's it. I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday back. Again, please message me any pictures from spring break, your pets, your siblings. Say hi. I miss you guys so much. See you later.